Hey everybody, this is Al with El Rey Collection. So I'm gonna just get ready here and let some people, have some time to kind of get in here and see what's going on. We also want to give a shout out to some people and talk a little bit about the national and some other stuff. So if you bear with me a second, let some people get on. I'm still posting in a couple places and listen to some tunes here and prepare some of these packages. Will be off and running. So hope everybody is having a great day so far. Gonna line these suckers up. Yeah, hey, the comments should be working. So please, this should be interactive. Be right back. Yeah, let's go. Here we go, guys. All right, this is gonna be big. A couple of these things have never been seen by the hobby. So yeah. Well, thanks everybody for making the trip out here to spend some time with me. Um, we're gonna we're gonna just kind of sit back and go through some of these purchases. I kind of tried to scratch some of these things out and shorten it down a bit by opening a couple of the boxes. And I actually had opened some things, and I realized, why don't I just share this with people? I know people really enjoy seeing some things come in, and some new things, a lot of new items in the El Rey collection. Also here to talk about just the hobby, lots of stuff going on, and then I'll be at the National next week, so that should be fun as well. So lots of things to discuss. Um, First question, even before I start opening the stuff, are you currently buying Messi rookies? The market is very soft, so I haven't bought a Messi rookie in a couple of months, but I'm placing a lot of bids, and I am at the level that I'm placing bids. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking some of these up. I think if you believe in the soccer market as I do for the long term, I think the Messi is the goat. If you want to make an argument, he's not the goat. You could say he's definitely top five. I think it's really hard to argue against that. So over time, those are still going to be excellent pieces if cards in general are alternative investments in general, and if soccer in particular does well. So not buying right now, but I had to have a large investment in Messi's anyway, so it would just be adding dupes, and I'm more about filling out my collection. But I think if you have Messi rookies on your want list, even if the market goes down from here, I don't think long term you'll be bad with your entry point. I mean, it's really hard, next to impossible, over the long term to pick the bottom and just get the tick immediately up. So that's unrealistic. So if you like the value you see in Messi rookies, like I do right here, I wouldn't hesitate to jump in. Again, cards are super speculative assets, so I wouldn't be putting my rent money in something like that. And I'm not saying by any means that the Messi market won't go down further. If you saw my video on the top 12 predictions for 2022, I forecasted the Messi market would go down, and it's gone down significantly since the beginning of the year, as I unfortunately forecast. So, all right. Well, I'm happy to. I happy to. Oh, hang on. Here's a follow on to this. Would you buy a BIS 719 or Beckett all? I would buy both of those, especially if I like the card. Some cards are overgraded and undergraded to my eyes, and I certainly tend to look at the actual card, and just because it's in a 9 or a Beckett 9.5 holder, I don't necessarily just buy the holder. If I was a fractional share company, I probably would. But me as a collector, I really pay a lot of attention, and there's a lot of variance, unfortunately, to my eyes, in a lot of Messi cards. So all right, so without further ado, I'm just going to start breaking into some of these, things that I got. Here's one. Here's another one. This looks like a lot of small cards. So let's see if we start off with some bigger cards here. So again, a lot of the stuff coming in some international shipments, which always is fun. I thought this one was going to be easier to open. So not a lot. The quantity's low on this video right here, but the quality is pretty high, at least to my eyes, for things that I like. I also have a large box of PSA stuff that arrived, which is pretty much super low value, like the last thing, like the $10 an item, that I could walk through if people are interested. I'm not sure that they will be, but so first off is a Johan Cruyff debut ticket. It's actually in pretty good shape, given that it's a 1. Has a little bit of paper loss here on the back, but pretty full back here on this. And it's a Cruyff debut ticket with the Netherlands, and also his first Netherlands goal. I think most people know that I'm a pretty massive Cruyff fan. So gotta take this down off the thing. So that's obviously a special one in the collection. And I continue to try to find nicer and nicer copies of those. The next one is let's see, this is from Belgium, so it's a lot of tiny cards. I think these are just protectors. Yeah. So yeah, see if you guys have any other questions while I'm opening this. You can just post them in the comments, and I'll get to those. Hopefully I can talk and open at the same time, although you never want to damage anything when you're opening it. Some of these things come a long way, and you don't want that last mile to be painful for them. So it also, it'd be great to know what other people are thinking of the market right now. It's been kind of a tumultuous run from all sorts of asset categories, from stocks to bonds to crypto and NFTs, and of course cards, which is where I spend most of my time, my hobby time at least. Wow, this has got definitely some serious packaging. Let's see if I got enough here. I did. Okay, so these are some really fun cards, and PSA is grading these now. So these are some kind of like tops now out of the Belgium. And you've got different, see if I can find the right things. These are all cards that come out of Belgium, and they're kind of like tops now. And they have Lukaku and KDB. This one has a gold signature. There's some other ones that don't. There's a Courtois rookie. So these are kind of new, and PSA is just starting to grade these. So these are kind of fun to add to the collection. Especially, I mean, I'm rooting for Belgium in the World Cup this year. I would just love to see a team who hasn't win, and this is kind of their last chance, these guys. So there's a lot of those cards that come from that set. There are, let's see what else I got in here. I think there are still some more of those. Got quite a few. And those would be considered, by many, rookie cards or pre-rookie cards or rookie year cards. I think the Lukaku would really be second year, if I'm not wrong, but neither here nor there, I guess, so to speak. Um, yeah, that was yeah, here you. The question was from Axel C. Was a crew from PWCC. I don't recall. Yeah, I it was sent from PWCC, but it was a private transaction, so it wasn't auctioned on PWCC. Somebody had it in their vault, and they sold it to me directly. Um, I don't. I think the last one that sold was I want to say it was a PSA 2.5 or 3 golden. Again, this is this ticket um, for 3,500 or something. This is a PSA 1, so it's obviously less than that, but still kind of a nice copy. Here are some these additional ones that I got. I got these. Again, there's a number of KDBs in there. Here's a nice just Zidane, another Lukaku, another Zidane. I think these are pretty gradable. Here's a R9, some more of these KDBs. So yeah, I'll probably get most of this stuff, these KDBs, which are kind of cool, graded. Um, Here's a Ronaldo R9 and another one of these KDBs. So got a bunch of those. Those are pretty fun. And again, PSA is grading them, and that's always a good thing for the market. Um, so let's see what this question is. JT, he was saying that we're talking on the Discord, that we pretty much in agreement that now in the near future to hop into some cards we don't have. Yeah, I really you can never pick the bottom, um, at least consistently in any market. And I find that if you find some stuff out there that people are willing to let go that traditionally they're not because of the market, it's just a fantastic time to fill some of those holes. And to that end, or if you think it's just a really good bargain, to that end, some of you may have seen my Instagram post. I posted this. I didn't tape the opening, but I got some really cool cards here. This is a Falcao rookie from 1972, super rarely seen. I don't think there's any blank back. Don't think that there's any graded out there. So that was a pretty epic one. Here's a Leonidas da Silva getting an award from a local company from Sudan Cigarettes in Brazil from the 1930s. Crazy. Here's a Zico. You don't see. Pick this one up. I had one that had a much worse back. This one has a beautiful back, so really nice there. Here's a very rare, Rivellino rookie from 1967. Also pretty rare cards in my experience. So that's cool. And then picked up kind of what I think is a lot of people's grail in the hobby, which is a Pele Americana 58. Really nice back. It's kind of grade 01. There's a slight tear on the side and some surface impression, but all in all, just fantastic eye appeal on this. Little flake on the surface, so definitely going to be a one. But when you look at this, the eye appeal of this is such a rare card. I'd way rather have this one than a Leafa one. So those are pretty big things going on. So here's another question. If I collect anything besides cards, yeah, I have a little bit of memorabilia. I collect tickets. I collect, like bats, uniforms, and for baseball, I have video games. I've got Star Wars figures. So I got a bunch of stuff. As my wife would say, probably too much stuff. But yeah, thank you. Beautiful Pele. That's pretty it's pretty awesome. I love that Pele. And then yep, great stuff. I agree. That's all good stuff. But the really cool stuff is coming, and you guys that happen to be on right now are going to see this. It's I love the yellow envelopes. I hate when they come like this. This is just it always scares me when a yellow envelope is coming like damaged like that, but it wasn't a lot in the package, so um, we'll get to this. And very fun to open these types of packages, the ones you've been waiting a while for, the ones that really kind of move the needle on the collection, and that's what this card is. So we are getting it out of its tomb here, and good. Customs did not open this. It's still got the masking tape on it. Um, nice to put my name on it, and so while I'm doing this, let me just put some of these up here. Those Brazilian issues are a great example of what you're saying about rarities. Yep, yeah, I think it's if you find stuff that you know is rare, and let's be honest. Like Carl in his book, Carl Wilkes. If you guys don't know it, you can go get his book. He has a rarity scale, and frankly, I don't agree with his rarity scale and everything, but we're all victims of our own experiences, right? And so, I have a different rarity scale than he does, and everyone else will. But if you have a lot of experience in the market, it will generally be directionally correct. And if you have experience, then you kind of know it when you see it when something is rare, because you probably haven't seen it or haven't seen enough copies. And when those are the types of things, even in a down market like we're experiencing today, those are definitely the things to kind of go out there and get, at least to my eyes. Okay, so any guesses on this? Um, this is a very bizarre figure. So what could that be? I'll give people a second to guess what that may be. It's a very, very, very scarce issue. From the no, it's a good guess. We've got one guess here as a Mesa. Not Mesa. Okay, a Bruguera. No, not a Bruguera. It's coming from Argentina. If that makes anybody um, have a closer guess, I'll take one more guess. Oh, Ja Vicente, this is you're just making my day painful, aren't you? You're haunting me at night. Um, no, it is not the Astros Eusebio. You're gonna find that one for me. Um, this is exactly what it is. It is the Di Stefano 1945, probably 1946, but all the books call it 1949. Figuritas Bicicleta. So well done. Um, Card. And this is while he's in his Hurricane Huracan um, outfit. And this is just such a tough find. I mean, these are usually super hard to find this issue, usually absolutely just destroyed to pieces. This obviously has some creases in the back, but the front visual is just amazing. And this would be the together with the Aruk, the new Di Stefano rookies, and just super super excited to have this. Had hypothesized for years that this card existed, and finally tracked down a um, a, a collector that had one, and it was really painful and expensive to extract it. But I knew this had to make its way into the collection. So there you go. I'm gonna try to have PSA grade this in person at the national. Not sure if that will be successful or not, but at the very least, I will be bringing this card to the national. So if any of you are going to be there, um, let me know. That will be fun. So hey, thanks for some of the comments, guys, on here. Yeah, this really is a wow moment for me. In fact, one that I'm just not gonna. I can't leave it in a card saver. I mean, in a sleeve right here, so I'm gonna have to put this in a card saver while we chat. And I'll probably have to put it in a new one later, but just want to make sure this is as protected as possible right now. Sorry that it's not in the straight up and down position, but there you go. One last look at the Di Stefano 1946 in my eyes, Bicicleta, even though the published material calls it 45. Thank you. Yep, for these comments. Lots of really nice comments coming in. It really was a highlight for me. Probably my biggest pickup next to the 1957 Pele that I have been fortunate enough to get. Okay, so then I also opened this one accidentally before. This is kind of cool. These are a couple of packs from Luka Modric's rookie season. So these have the very rare rookie sticker of Luka Modric from 2005, 2006 from um, Croatia. So I am not going to open these. Too much risk in that, but I am going to grade these packs. And I'm still in pursuit of a Modric rookie if somebody has those. I also got, this is kind of a fun one. This is the Ali Thai, the Iranian striker that held the record prior to international goals, prior to Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, not highly followed in the hobby. Still a fun sticker out of the Bundesliga, the Panini Bundesliga league. Here's another one of these KDBs out of Belgium. So that's all fun stuff. And then, the last one here before I'll open this final package is a Rivellino from 1967, pre-mustache. So very, very early sticker of Rivellino again. So again, and just because they're from the 1960s doesn't make them more common for some of the 1950s issues, like the Vecchi. The Titulares are much more common. The Quiggle are much more common than the than some of these 1960s issues. So this last shipment is from Argentina as well. Hey, yeah. So thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, that was pretty epic card. So Jimmy, you're not gonna want to miss this one, because I don't dabble in many segments without trying to go after some elite cards. Some of you may know I have some Pokemon cards, and it's a very tight, small collection of some really, really nice Pokemon cards. So I just decided that I was going to get into the F1 market a little bit, and give it a shot to go after some of the greats. What I like about the F1 market is that the vintage greats, there's just not that many of them, so you can count on two hands kind of the relevant people you'd want to collect. So that makes for a tight collection. And in sports that aren't my priority, like F1, that's how I like it, kind of manageable. So you can have a manageable list. You can go about it in a manageable way. And so I recently decided that I would look at some early F1 stuff. And I really usually try to dip my toe into markets like well before and study them, and not really be very active at the beginning as I learn. But over time, you also need to quickly realize what would be rare. And in the case of vintage F1, just like vintage soccer, it became pretty clear to me the 5-time world champ Fangio out of Argentina was probably a key figure to collect. And given my experience in Latin American countries collecting Argentine cards, and actually cards from all over, it just seemed like a really good fit for my collecting, my contacts. And so I started to hound my collecting networks to try to find some Argentine issues of Fangio. And it was hard because a lot of people have been holding on to these, and yes, yes, you are right. The big question though here, Jimmy, is which ones, right? So I mean, there's some different ones. The ones that I've seen posted, for instance, on our Discord, are I think the 1951 Cola, Figuritas Cola, which I love. And then I think it's a 19 is it 1952 Klondike? If I'm not wrong, I think it's 1952 Klondike. And so, every now and then you've got to just decide, when you're gonna just plunge in, and I made like a pretty big, plunge here for my first couple F1 cards, and actually I was like, just shockingly excited at the prospect of getting a couple of these. So yes, Jimmy, you're right. There are these are some Fangio cards. So here is the first one. This is a Figuritas Bicicleta, and this is 1951. So this is in the traditional Pog style, and it is a beautiful, beautiful card. Really, really like it. Probably not going to grade very highly because of this. I don't know if it's residue or staining on the back, but um this is the 1951. And then this, I mean, it's rare that I say like this is absolutely crazy. This card just blows my mind. Uh just it's rare, right? I mean, I don't think any of you have heard like last time that I said this, but take a look at this card. So this is Fangio's rookie card from I think 1947, could be 48. A Popo with this beautiful portrait here and an unbelievable image of a car. That is just insane. It's a blank back. It's going to grade a PSA 1. I had people in Argentina go through all of the albums from these years to identify, and I think this absolutely is going to be the only issue, and this Popo is so beautiful. It's insane. So again, don't do much Formula One, but absolutely crazy, crazy ecstatic about this new rookie for Fangio. Just awesome. So hey, thanks for joining, Seb. Yeah, this is wow, wow stuff. It's just man, it's just crazy when you find something like this. Thanks for all the comments, guys. Um, like you hypothesize something like this exists, you shake the trees, you go to your contacts, you have everybody looking for it, and of course you gotta just pay up sometimes to get this really rare stuff. I mean, I don't know actually, and it's funny, Axel. See, I am not an F1 expert at all, but when you understand the rarity of Argentine issues, and this one in particular, there's 300 and I've seen probably 5 Popo cards in my last 15 years of collecting. The set has 350 drivers, and to land on this one is just crazy. So it's just I love when the grind, and look at who's the ultimate grinder here. We got Seb. I mean, I love when the grind pays off. And you still hurts the bank account because people know the collector that I know that had this has seen this once in 30 years, and it was not easy to get, but I'm super super stoked about that. So yep, I thanks everybody. Thanks Joe. And so yeah, so here's one other comment that I had come in about no, actually I think that's most of the stuff. So I have a PSA order here. It's about 100 cards. It's all pretty low value stuff. I'm not even sure that it makes sense to have a video on it, but if you guys want, I can just crack that. I can run through 100 cards like it's nobody's business. Do you guys want me to open that up? If I get like 3 or 4 yeses in the comments, then I'll just transition over to a PSA submission. It's not going to be anything crazy, not anything like what we just saw. It's going to be all low value, $10 subs, probably a lot of dupes too. Low value, probably mostly pre-modern given the low value. So I'm going to leave this comment up here. Love when the grind pays off. You're the master of the grind. Big shout out to you. On what you're able to do. And obviously, Jimmy is just crazy, has crazy insight, super, super asset to the hobby. So yeah, so all right. So I'm getting some people want to crack off. I guess worst case scenario, you guys just log off if you're bored. Wife's out of town, so let's crack some of these boxes. Oh, we got one. Buried in slabs. I do sometimes worry that we're not doing the planet any favors by all these slabs, but I just like them more in slabs. I know that sounds weird, even if I don't 100% agree with the grading all the time. All right, so that should do it. I think that's it. So we'll just pick a random box, and we'll get down to it. Get some out of the way. That up there. All right. So let's do this, and then let's see where we end up with this stuff that we get. These were sent in like that last week, right before they raised the prices. So literally, it's like anything. Everybody knew they were going to raise prices, and they may shut. Oh, this is kind of new. These are new. They used to be blank boxes, and now they're saying, what do you see? The foundation of all great collections. PSA. Kind of cool marketing. We'll just trash it. Wife's out of town, so and the All-Star game doesn't start for a half an hour. See if we can get through 100 cards in a half an hour. All right, so we got to do it quick. I think these cards are really underrated in the hobby. These are the they're pretty well. There's a lot of them, so I don't know how you say it. So they're pretty common, I guess. But to have Maradona with Cruyff on it, these are the J Prodessas. I think is just super cool, and there's so many different versions of these cards, and they're like I tend to focus on the ones where I like the action shot. Here's another one of Maradona with Cruyff. So this is miscut, which is weird. There's no borders. I don't know. I think those are cool. Here's a Pele. He's talking about it's how to play the game and how these, and then it's Cruyff telling you how to play the game using these epic players, right? So these are really low value. I'm sure you can get them on PS. Excuse me, PWCC. I don't know, $30 if I had to guess, $50 maybe. It's really good condition. Here's a 3. So not valuable per se, but I like them. I know a lot of people hate them, and that's fine. You can hate them if you want. I like them. So here's a Panini Euro Flash. This is not Panini Euro Flash, and so this is a 7 from '88. So late career Baresa card, totally underrated defender. And I've been watching his rookies have been down, and he's just one of the best defenders of all time. So if you don't have that 78 Panini Barese, you got to go get it. Um, especially at these new prices. Here's a Van Basten 87 Euro Flash, and this is a 5, so not in great shape. But I love some of the different designs of these Italians in the 1980s. Again, no big deal. This one actually got. I hate these sticker holders that now that they put them in and this is crooked. That really kills my OCD tendencies. Here's a 5 on the Zico. These are 1982. The Socrates, same issue, gets a 6. I'm sorry, struggling here. Here's an 8 on the Chromo Sport. Not his number one rookie, but certainly a good one. Here's some more of these with Maradona, Cruyff. Here's who's this? So we've got Platini here in this shot. Pretty fun. I mean, Platini at this phase in '84 is like amazing. Here's a nice Zico with Cruyff. Love it, man. And so these are all fours. I guess that Platini was an 8. So you get this is a 4 again. None of these they all look decent. I mean, none of them look like 10s, but I'd say they look better than 4s. And this one's a 4, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll just I'll leave that alone. So had a couple of these. I think that these are kind of undervalued. I don't know who's like actually collecting these days. I think there's a couple of different back versions. There's a black back and a green back, and these are 84s. For those of you who saw my Hugo Sanchez video, some of the stickers were missing because I was grading them. Here's a prime example. This is the Panini 84. Really like the framing of this one. What's the grade? I'm not even paying much attention to the grades. I kind of expected most of them to be 4s to 7s, and I think they're mostly falling in that range. Here's a Zico, later career 85 on the Calcio Flash, came back in a 5. This actually is not a super common rookie, but it's relatively low grade, JPP. So this is a 4. I'm actually hoping for a little better than that. It's kind of a tough sticker to find, which most of the French stickers are a little harder than you'd find. Here's a nice Keegan in a 7. I actually like these cards a lot. I like the framing, the blue borders. Even the backs are really nice. Really nice when he's playing for Hamburg. All right, let's go on to the next one. So we're just going to fly through these. Again, I'll stop if there's anything, of significant value. But, I wouldn't be blaming you if you're off to, go take a walk or feed the dog or something, because none of this stuff is like crazy interesting. But it goes, I just like to collect a lot of different players and a lot of their different cards. It's not just all about the rookie. It's about, hey, do I like the eye appeal? Does it fit in my collection? Do I have it? So I just, they didn't grade something. So we'll take this over there. So then there was a bunch I had a bunch of 2011 Copa America stickers, and I actually love this sticker, and you don't see that many out there. PSA. Oh, hang on. Back to some of these. A lot of those are miscut. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I wasn't reading these. That's true. The Ghetto Pressas are a lot of them are miscut. Jimmy's asking if PSA grades the Popo cards. Not yet. I think I have enough data to have them do it, and I'm going to try to have them do it on site at the National. So, Jimmy, I'm not sure if you're going to the National, but that's what I'm going to try to do while we're there. If so, I'll let you handle it. So, these 2011 Panini stickers are they're really cool. I mean, it's hard to get obviously on this type of a camera and in this thing, a good visual, but these are really cool. This isn't when it's in Argentina, and they have this foil, and I just don't find them that common, and I like them. And this one's a Ronaldinho, came back at 10. I went through, I probably had, 30, no, probably more, maybe 50 different stars. And I called them and went through and picked what I thought were the best ones. I thought they'd probably get between sevens and nines. Here's a 10 right off the bat, but I don't think that's going to last very long. Okay, so here's a nine. This is what I'd be happy with all the way around. And think about this. This is a second year sticker for Neymar, right? So that's pretty, to me, it's pretty epic. So, and I think Neymar's totally underrated. I know a lot of people don't like him. There's another nine, same sticker, another nine, same sticker, another nine, same sticker. So I got four nines on four of those. So that's actually better than what I'd expect on those stickers. And those are mostly distributed in Latin American countries where just there's not a lot of people just buying them and saving them, right? Now this is a little bit disappointing. I got the 10. Now I get these Ronaldinhos at 6. Again, these are low value cards. 5, right? 6 and 5 on these Ronaldinhos. And remember, I went through these and I thought the lowest they could get is a 7. So, there may have been PSA has different technology to check the um, side views to see, but if there's some sort of surface damage. But now with the Newton's rings, it's like it's impossible to really tell what they saw because the Newton's rings are still there. So this is crazy. So I got a 10 on the other one, right? Let's see. Yep. And then I got a 5, another 5, and then an 8. So those are more Ronaldinho's. The 8 expected, the 5's not so much. Oh wow. So this is another crazy grading disparity. Remember, I went through about 50 of these and picked them, and I thought they'd at least be 7s. And this is a 5. So the Messi, again, same issue. Look at the hairdo. Uncommon sticker. I mean, that's always relative. Here's an 8. It's kind of what I thought in that neighborhood. Here's a 9. Here's a 6. Here's a 5. Here's a World Cup 1 and an 8. Hoping that would touch a 9, but honestly didn't fully expect it. Um, an early card, unfortunately, not rookie. And what did that come back a 6? Again, I love this set. This set's really cool. National Elf set. And then almost all of these Socrates and Zicos and Falcaos were relatively low grade, but really nice eye appeal, if you ask me. Really like the Socrates ones. Let me see if we got any comments. Yeah, the hairdo for Messi, I like that. But I hated those grades right there. I had a run of 5s. I thought for sure. Again, these weren't just whatever I had on the shelf I sent in. I actually chose them from a larger group after analyzing them. And yeah, I have to wear my glasses more than normal, but I have a lot of experience with grading cards, and I'm surprised that so many came back 5. Wouldn't be surprised if I missed one or two, but to miss that many is a bit of a shocker. And I honestly thought probably none of them were 10s, and I got a 10, but sometimes that happens. All right, we've got the next one. We've got this is actually really an underrated card. Ballon d'Or winner. I think PSA has this set of them. Just a Blushing in a 5. Find a new spot to stack. Here's some more of this Messi sticker in a 7 now. So yeah, I might have a run. Be kind of fun. Put that over there. And then these foils, which are traditionally much harder to grade, this is cool. If you look at this, it's like a firework. If you move it, it's so cool. And then there's different ones, and they don't recognize. No, this one's also a firework, but there's different ones. So I got a couple 9s on these hard foils. So then this one doesn't have the fireworks. It has kind of like an interesting background. So they all have the same numbers, and these are definitely different versions. I can tell you without a doubt. This one's just shiny, and this one has fireworks. So PSA doesn't recognize any versions. I recognized them when I was looking through so many of them to pick those. I guess I'm doomed with the run of Messi Copa America 2011 stickers, and that one got a 7. Oh, even worse eyes, because this Copa America sticker, this Champions League sticker, which I always like these Champions League stickers, got a 6. I see nothing wrong with it, so there must be something on the surface. Oh, I can see a tiniest little nick. I wonder sometimes too if this happens when they're grading it, or something. Somebody puts a nail and it sticks it. I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I just wonder, how much of that happens, because I thought those were all pretty clean. Here's a Platini. Again, Vanderhoot, not a super amazing one. This is actually pretty tough card. Actually, not insignificant in value. These are always off center. Even in a 6, I think that's probably pretty generous grade, but it is clean except for the cut. But the cut is annoying, to say the least. We've got these. What year is it? 78. Yes, this is super late. Tardelli and soft. It's nice to have 2 stars on a card, though. I always like that, especially when it's kind of organic, not forced. Just alphabetical or whatever. They're putting together a team. Here's a CR7, another 6 on the Champions League sticker. There must be a billion of these things out there, and I happen to get one that gets a 6. That's pretty funny. Okay, so now in the same way, they must not like these headshot ones, because all those Messi's got like 5 to 7s. This Neymar one again, second year Neymar, 5, 5, 5. Again, I expected 7s to 9s and 8. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and an 8. Here is an 8. And here is we had gotten some 9s on those earlier, and then here is an 8 of the fireworks special. Pretty cool, like this. And then back to the Neymar. Finally, something more than a 5 or 6, an 8. Again, pretty cool stuff. This is a never stuck 76 Zico. Not super common to find a never stuck. It does have some staining on the back, which makes it a 3. Completely agree with that grade. Still a nice sticker to have. Usually those backs are just thrashed. And then we got some more of this National Elf Mueller, who still is really underappreciated in the hobby. Again, this one comes home in a PSA 8, which is actually pretty high grade for that issue to my eyes and my experience without looking closely at the pop reports. So how many more boxes we got here? Just 2? Looks like it. So again, sorry if this hasn't been super exciting. So I have not received all my mail. So PJ, but there are some things being held for me, so I gotta double check that. So I may have some packages from Egypt, which would be really fun to share, but I don't have them today. I'm so sorry, because I love those different Panini stickers issued in different countries that have different things. So just anything different. There's a Lothar Matthäus, awesome. 5, like most of these mid 80s Italian issues have been coming back. A 5. We've got some Zico's. I'm just gonna keep rolling here. Hugo Sanchez, like I mentioned, some of them are off in grading. This came back a 6. So lots of these early 80s, 90s stuff. Here's a Maradona. This one's pretty uncommon. I think, at least in the ones I see. And I kind of like it. The back is like, kind of this fluffy font, kind of like that. That was a 6. This here's a Platini and a 2. These similar to the 79 ones. I don't know if you can see that. They have this the sticker that's made to punch out just their face. So I think that may be one of the reasons why these seem, a little tougher. Here's another Platini in a 587, so it's on the back end of his greatness. Here's a Baggio. Again, cool look to the cards. Again, in a 5. So none of these grades are knocking you out of the water. Didn't really expect them to. Here's another Maradona in a 5. I think I sent in a lot of Maradonas that they had already graded in 83. So I think this would be considered a rookie. So this is the not the typical headshot one, which I probably have around here, but you rarely see the that one. The hobby doesn't talk enough about Barnes, but that's a 6. And then here's a Barese from 82. I like how he's on the card with 3 players, just kind of fun. There he is right here. That's fun. Low grade, 4 again. So not a ton of high value stuff again. Here's second Euro Mario out of Brazil. End career Zico. It's a 2, but it's also never stuck. So, I like that. Not a lot of people collect Bebeto, but he's a great Brazilian player. The problem is there's so many great Brazilian players, right? And to get that in a 4, that's great. Here's another second year Mario in a 4. Here's a nice Maldini in a 7, a rare 7 in the mid 80s Italian stuff. And then here's an 82 Barese in a 6, is that? No, it's an 8. 79 Panini Platini in a 5. And here's a Falcao. I love this Monty Gum set. Again, not super rare. Just really fun. Cool set to collect. It's very much feels like Tops. I wish it didn't have the blank backs, which they do, but it is what it is, right? We don't control. We can't go back in time, but if we could, we'd say, hey, make a cool back on that, not those blank backs. So this is the last one, and then I had these cards they didn't grade, which sometimes can be just as interesting. Yeah, I kind of had a Tower of Terror going here with all this plastic. So I'm just going to have to readjust. And this is my last bulk shipment. I have 5 or 6 orders in PSA right now. Most of those are 20 cards, and they're more elite in nature because they're at the $30 or $50 range. And almost all of them are soccer. There's a few Pokemon in there, I think. But almost all of those are soccer. So that'll be fun to do over the coming months. I think they're being a little slower than what I had seen originally, but it is what it is. Here's a Falcao again, 76. And that's really nice to have in a 4. Never stuck. Pretty cool sticker right there. No, not a lot of people appreciate it. There's interesting. You can decide what your Douglas rookies are. This particular one I like a lot. It is material, and I know they're not super uncommon, but I like just this metal disc. I thought this was pretty cool. Handed out at a gas station. This is a 7. Sometimes these come in small coin holders by PSA. So look out for those too if you prefer those. Frankly, I prefer them more in the standard holder. Here is another Zico 76. This one has slight paper loss on the back, so this is correct grade at a 2, but really looks nearly completely intact. Much better than a lot of the 1s and 2s that you'll find. And here's Zarzinho in a 4. That's good. Magic Dragon, 10-year sticker VG4. Not a lot of people are going to be super excited about that. Here's the same set that we just talked about for Keegan and 6. Have some World Cup stickers here. Here's Rivellino in a 5. Another Rivellino in a 5. Carlos Alberto in a 5. A Platini second year sticker in a 4. Okay, well, this one probably slipped through. So this is a Baggio rookie in a 4. Definitely worth more than $100 or something. Probably $500 card. Usually those are all off center. This was not particularly a good KDB rookie. Forget what it had, but I remembered I thought it would probably get a 6, and it got a 5. So bit of a bummer there. A Griezmann in a 6. I'll be selling that one when we get headed to the World Cup. Here's a Pirlo. What's it? 8, 6, 6. Lots of 5s and 6s in this stuff. So I really like this one. This one comes from Portugal. It's the Mabil Grafica in a 5. I like this understated back. So yep. And hey, back to sorry, I'm not looking at the comments and grabbing the stuff, but yeah, on the Bebeto stuff. I mean, he was awesome in '94. Hey, thanks. For the love. These aren't really the highest value ones, but they're ones that I collect. So figured that I would show them here since the crowd wanted some more cards. Again, none of this stuff is like super valuable, but really fun to just add cards that I don't have. Zico collection. I need to do a video on Zico. Have a ton of his cards. Here, Tresor, really undervalued Frenchman. And this is a World Cup sticker from '74 and a 5. I think that's going to end up being a solid grade for those stickers. Here's a Rossi rookie and a 5, which is actually a decent grade for these. These are almost always terribly off center. Um, so again, this isn't like throwaway stuff, but it's also not the super high end, but it's all collector grade stuff. So if you're looking to fill some holes, you saw I had some dupes. Any of this stuff seems interested, reach out, send me a DM on the Discord, and I can happily sell you some of these dupes that I had. So yeah, there's just so much as the foot accountant here saying. There's just so much history in the stories and the stickers. They're fun. They document different things, amazing things that happen in football history, and so that's why we like to collect. So here are some interesting things that they decided not to grade, which is kind of a bummer. But because I know they grade these now. This is the Ronaldo, the R9 with the Salo back. So that's actually pretty rare. This back comes out of Chile. So that's that one. And I had 2 copies of that. This is a super bummer because this is, let's see. You can't even see these. I'll show you. So I had 3 of these, which is the really rare Mario Kempes 1974 Fulbito rookie. And I had 3 of these in the sub. I think one recently sold, for certainly more than $1,000. Not exactly sure the amount, but certainly under overlooked superstar of the '78 team that did win the World Cup in Argentina. So that had 3 of those that they didn't grade. So that's probably just lack of knowledge. I've seen them in holders. And so all of these got no spec, no info, no grade, which meant they couldn't find what the card was. So annoying. And then this one um, is a Zico one from '82. I'm trying to remember the make right now, but it'll come to me later. I'll have to look that one up and resubmit it when prices come down a little more because the card's probably only worth $20. Anyway, that was the PSA submission. The highlights of the day for those of you that missed them or came in late: the epic Fangio rookie, Popo rookie, insane, a 1951 Figuritas Bicicleta Fangio. These were F1 cards, and the epically important 1945-46 Figuritas Bicicleta Alfredo Di Stefano rookie. Massive, massive adds to the collection. Super happy to have him. So happy you guys decided to spend some time with me here tonight. And I'll stick around for another minute or so as I clean up, play some tunes, see if any other questions come in. And if so, I'll answer them. And if not, I will sign out. But it's hope you guys are staying safe. Let me know if you guys are going to the National. Would love to get together with as many vintage soccer collectors as I can out there. And hopefully you guys have as much luck filling out your collection as I have in this video. Oh. Oh. I found another box. Oh my lord. The cost of being disorganized. I think I also had a couple questions in there come in, so we can get to those. I'm such a punk, man. I don't even know where my own stuff is. So anyway, all right. Yeah, I will post that Fangio there, Seb. I know it'll make some waves in the Discord. After I clean off this desk, I'll be able to use the scanner, and then we can, sure, have some conversation. It's going to be fun. And then, yeah, headed to the National. Hope there's more soccer. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you. And thanks for watching. Hopefully that was interesting. And headed to the National. I hope they're, you have to kind of go with somewhat low expectations. It's hard to get a table at the National. Most of the people have been there for a long, long time. Most of them are old school collectors, so they don't have soccer. Or if they do, it's just going to be the modern guys. So it's a little bit of a thing. I'll bring a few cards. It's hard to travel with so much stuff. So it's mostly I'm just going to bring a handful of things to grade and maybe a few other things I can consider, trading. But it's just hard to know, right? It would be easier if I had a table. Which, by the way, we're going to try to do. Bill and I are going to try to get a table next year. It's kind of a meeting point and kind of see what happens. So back to these. As I told you, I had a bunch. Here's a 5. Here's a 9 on these second-year Neymars. There's a 7. Here's another 9 on this Messi 2011 without the fireworks. This is a 9. This is a 10. Wow. Here's a Suarez rookie 5. Still doesn't get a lot of love in the hobby. I know people don't like that he bites people or did bite people multiple times. Here's his rookie in a 4. Here's the next year supermarket release in a 7. And then here's the Champions League Messi in a 6. Here's a Kaká and a 6. It's a what, fourth year sticker. And then here's some Panini UKs. Beckham, Matthews in a 4. Um, and no, 3. Sorry, in a second copy. So I got that, and then here's finally an 8 on the Copa America sticker, and now followed by a 9. So he's probably seen so many of these at this point that he just decided he was going to give me a 9. Here's an 8 on the one with fireworks. Here's a 9 with the one with fireworks. Here's a 9 with fireworks. And here's an 8 with fireworks. So yeah, a bunch of those, and then another Mueller at an 8. So now I can say that it's truly the end of the package. But got a lot of moving around to do. I am not going to start again. But thank you, Jose Roberto Nines. You can watch the video. You can watch on my YouTube channel. It'll be there. So if you want to really bore yourself and watch it again, it'll be out there under the live stream section. So you can catch up and see what you missed. I think there's a more interesting one out there. My 240 card submission that I did a few months ago or a few weeks ago. I mean, that one could be of interest. And I think all of the coming PSA unboxings are going to be pretty fascinating because they're 20 to 50 cards of really, really kind of important cards that I deem important to the hobby. Each one of those submissions was carefully thought out. So hopefully you guys will enjoy some of those, and I will try to we'll try to post something on Instagram if we set up a trade night or do something. Right now, I'm just not familiar with Atlantic City, so I don't know what to do where, and have some commitments. But we'll try to work something out. Certainly, if you haven't joined the Discord, please do. And there's a special channel there for the National 2022, so we can kind of get together and see what we can get done. So anyway, thanks again. Signing off for the second time, and hope everybody has a great evening. I'm off to watch the MLB All-Star game and clean up my desk and post some of this stuff. So have a great night and enjoy your collecting. Thanks, everybody.